All right, today we're diving deep, and I mean really deep, not into the ocean or outer space, but inside the human body itself. We're going to uncover a secret that ancient wisdom has guarded for centuries, exploring a single muscle that, believe it or not, might just hold the key to unlocking your spiritual light.
You know, we so often look up to the stars, to the heavens, for some kind of spiritual connection. But what if one of the most powerful gateways has been right here, inside of us, this whole time? This idea is really the heart of what we're talking about today. The body isn't just a vehicle, it's a living temple, and it has its own sacred sites.
Just think about that for a second. It's a pretty wild question, right? Imagine a part of your own physical anatomy, tucked away deep in your core, could actually act as an energetic dynamo, a generator capable of sparking your soul's light and opening doors you thought were sealed shut forever.
So, let's pull back the curtain on this hidden portal. And we're not talking about some abstract mythical concept here. We are talking about a very real, very tangible part of your body that holds this incredible and honestly often overlooked spiritual power.
Okay, so what is this mystery muscle? It's called the PSOAS. Anatomically speaking, it's a deep core muscle that connects your spine to your legs. It helps you walk, run, stand up straight, all that basic stuff. But if we stop there, we're missing the entire story. The ancients, they didn't just see a hip flexor. They saw a bridge, a conduit for something so much bigger.
Yeah, you heard that right. The psoas is often called the muscle of the soul. It's seen as this physical anchor point for our energetic and spiritual selves. It's like a key that can literally activate the soul and align your body with its highest purpose, your divine blueprint. This is where flesh meets spirit.
Now, this isn't some new age trend that just popped up. Not at all. This is a rediscovered secret, an ancient truth that's been echoing in wisdom traditions all over the world for thousands of years.
And this is where it gets really cool. You look at all these different cultures, many of whom had no contact with each other, and they all landed on a similar idea. In Tantric Yoga, the psoas region is the anchor for the Sushumna, which is the central channel for Kundalini energy. Taoists talked about a sleeping dragon in the lower abdomen that, once you wake it up, unleashes your inner power. Even Gnostic traditions pointed to a center of fire hidden deep in the body, the soul's physical anchor. They were all using different language, but they were all pointing to the same sacred spot within.
And it makes perfect sense when you get into their worldview. For them, the body wasn't just some machine, it was a miniature universe, a sacred map. Every single part, every muscle, every bone, had a spiritual counterpart. This whole separation we feel today between our physical selves and our spiritual essence, it just didn't exist in their reality.
So, if it's more than just a muscle, how does it actually work on an energetic level? Well, this brings us to this really powerful metaphor of the psoas as a dynamo, your own personal internal generator of spiritual energy.
Think about how a dynamo works, right? It takes one kind of energy, like motion, and converts it into another, like electricity. The psoas is thought to do something very similar, just on a spiritual plane. It takes the raw physical energy of being rooted to the earth and transforms it into this refined spiritual energy that can then rise up through your entire being. Basically, it lets you be firmly on the ground so you can reach for the heavens. And the state of your psoas, whether it's blocked or open, makes a huge difference. When it's tight and contracted, which happens a lot from stress or trauma, it's like a dam holding everything back. You get stagnant energy. This shows up as chronic fatigue, that nagging anxiety you can't explain, or just a general feeling of being disconnected. But when it's open, when it's relaxed, life force just flows. And that means more vitality, more creativity, a sense of inner peace, and a much deeper spiritual awareness.
So why does it get so blocked in the first place? Well, because it's way more than just a muscle. It's a somatic memory bank. It's deeply connected to our primal fight-or-flight response, so it can literally store unresolved emotions and traumas in its tissues. It's like a hidden journal, where the body writes down everything the mind wants to forget. Those deep-seated fears, survival instincts, insecurities, even trauma passed down through our family lines. I love this metaphor. It's like a buried torch. Just knowing about the psoas isn't going to cut it. You can't just think your way into an open channel. It requires a conscious, respectful relationship. It's a whole process of honoring this deep part of yourself, of gently caring for it until it finally feels safe enough to awaken and share its light.
And that, of course, is the million-dollar question. If we have this buried torch inside of us, what do we actually do to unearth it? How do we honor it and finally let it shine? This is where we get into the practical side of things.
Okay, so this next section is all about the how. And just to be clear, these aren't your typical gym exercises. These are deep, experiential practices designed to open up a conversation with your body and awaken this dormant spiritual powerhouse.
So let's break these down. First up, root breathing. This isn't just about oxygen. It's about visualizing light and energy moving right through that core channel. Second, conscious movement. This means forgetting about rigid mechanical stretches and just listening to what your body wants to do. Maybe it's gentle pelvic circles. Maybe it's just free-form dancing. It's intuitive. Third, setting an intention is absolutely crucial. It shifts the whole thing from a physical act to a sacred ritual. And finally, using vibrational sound like a deep hum or a mantra can create vibrations that get into those deep tissues and dissolve blocks in a way that simple movement just can't.
And honestly, this might be the most important thing to remember about all of these practices. This is not about forcing anything. It's not about conquering your body. It's about building a relationship. Think of it like a dance with the invisible, one that requires your full presence, a sense of reverence, and some really deep listening.
When you get right down to it, doing this work is a profound declaration. By consciously taking care of this deep physical and energetic root, you're basically sending a signal out to the universe that says, I'm ready. I am ready to hold my light. I am willing to be a true anchor for my soul right here on this earth.
Let's wrap up with this powerful thought. Your body isn't an accident. It's not some random collection of parts, and it's definitely not something you need to overcome. It's the sacred instrument that your soul perfectly chose to express its light in this world. Every single part of it, especially the hidden parts like the PSOAS, has a divine purpose.
So that instrument, it's playing right now. Your body is always communicating, always singing the song of your soul. The only real question left is, are you listening to its song? Are you taking the time to truly tune in?